They haven't looked good yet. The defense is bad, so right now it's wide open. So I'm expecting hopefully I'm right, a great playoffs this year.
Okay.
That's wide open. Everybody got a real chance. And to end on a sad note, we lost Dwayne Haskins yesterday.
Dwayne Haskins. Now tell me
yeah.
who that is.
He was quarterback with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's with he got drafted by the Washington, what do they call them now, the Commanders, but it was the football team. Before that.
They're called the Washington Commanders now.
That's the new name.
That is so
That's
whack.
crazy. They waited 2-3 years to come up with that. And I was like,
What is
come
this
up
just?
with that? Anyway, it was, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So he got drafted. He was killed. He was walking across the highway, and he got struck by a dump truck.
What?
They don't know why he was walking across or what, but
You talking
he got
about
struck.
1,000 ways to die?
He
Dump
was,
truck?
Yeah. So,
Something in his life we didn't know about that was trash.
Well, they just don't know what. It's kind of hard to say what happened. It was trash, though. It was trash. But,
Something going on in his life we didn't know about that was trash.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's
Well, rest in peace.
24,
Condolences to
24
him and his
years, so
family, yeah.
condolences to the family of Dwayne Haskins, and a lot of people, to say he was a great guy. It's just sad to see when you see somebody that young with that much potential and still in the prime of his career, basically.
Right.
Because he was
Wow.
projected to be possibly the starter this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roethlisberger retired, so he was right there for that. So we're sad to see that. And that covers pretty much sports right there. So I don't know. We're gonna go into the interview with Jay Cookie.
Yes, that's why we're all
She's sitting back there waiting like,
here.
"Goddamn, when's gonna be my turn?"
I know, right?
You know?
She's all being patient and things like that. So without further
What the
ado,
hell?
we have to introduce y'all to our special guest here, Miss Jay Whoop Whoop Cookie in the building.
Jay Cookie.
What's up, Jay Cookie? Introduce you probably got to talk into that microphone too, my love. Yes. We want you to introduce yourself to our audience here, Facebook, Instagram. We start a YouTube page now too, so you gotta make sure you tag us and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And introduce yourself to the people and let them know who Miss Jay Cookie is.
Okay, what's up, y'all? I'm Jay Cookie. Jay Cookie is a play off my name, Julia Cook. So I'm in the building, that's it.
Where is Julia Cook originally from?
I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma, but
Oklahoma.
see, I was just born there, but I came to Houston when I was 2 months old, and I've been in Houston ever since. So I'm
Okay.
Houstonian.
And what part of Houston are you from?
The South Side, I got
South Side.
several neighborhoods on the South Side, Southwest, Mo City. Now I live on the Southeast, so I'm just a South Side baby.
Okay. All day, every day, South love, yeah,
I
man.
just saw Jay Cookie last night. I didn't stay. I was tired. They didn't start till, man, the flyer said 10 o'clock. Man,
About 12.
it was close to it. Yeah. But it's a nice room though. And,
How was it? How was the show, Jay Cookie?
Oh, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Julius did his thing for sure, but yeah, he didn't stick around for me.
I'm sorry. I
You
felt
didn't get to
bad.
see Jay
I
Cookie
felt bad.
perform?
I had to make it home. I didn't want to fall asleep on the way. Then
It's definitely
have
okay.
another Dwayne Haskins.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
so-
All right. We'll let you get
But
away with that one, because safety first.
Yeah,
You
see,
slide
you
with
gotta
that
know
one.
your limit. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I can't hit that road like I used
Yeah.
to.
I got you.
And that's a pretty long distance.
Oh, it's
Just
about
saying.
50 minutes.
Yeah, that's way on the north side.
Yeah. Oh, so you stay on that southwest side too, right?
Yeah, south
Okay.
side.
Yeah,
So, Miss J Cookie, when did you start doing comedy, or what made you want to start doing comedy?
Man, I've been doing it consistently for 4 months only.
Y'all hear that? She's a baby. She's a preemie. 4 months.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
4 months.
I wouldn't have guessed that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, wow, she was,
3 years ago, I told I had like this feeling that I needed to try comedy, and I did try it. I tried it once at the Improv, and I tried it once at the Laugh Factory, but I didn't feel like I had what it took, so I sat at
It
home.
was 2 times. times.
I know.
She said she didn't feel like it. She went twice to
I was
open mic.
scared.
She had to convince herself.
Yeah, it took 3 whole years. My friends
Yeah.
beating on me, telling me when I was gonna try again, to where I just boom, try it again. I've been trying it ever since for 4 months now.
Now, growing up, have you always been like the class clown or the funny person in the family that make people laugh, or has it something that's
Yeah.
like natural?
It's natural, definitely. I never
Yeah.
thought I could translate it to a comedian though, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's definitely a natural thing.
Okay, that's what's
So,
up.
is it something you thought about? How long did you start giving it consideration or thinking about doing?
Like I told you 3 years ago, after my appearance on the Judge Mathis show.
Wait a
so
minute,
that's
you
what-
was on Judge Mathis?
Yeah, I was on Judge
Hold on, I
Mathis.
gotta get her autograph before she leave. I did not know you was on TV, girl.
Yes, and this
Okay.
girl was hating so bad to where, and then I lost my case to where I felt like when I came back home, I had rock bottom.
Oh.
And I was like, why not? You know, you gotta try
yeah.
something. I said, the only way I can right this wrong is through literally writing. And so I started to write my songs and wanted to try comedy and just see where it takes me.
Have you used your Judge Mathis experience in your stand-up?
Of course.
Okay,
I
that's
don't, think
what's
I've heard,
up.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah.
What? That is so crazy. I feel like but that's true about an audience, you know,
Mhm.
even though I feel like I've been talking about it for the last 4 months, you know.
But you
There's
gotta
always
be how many people
somebody
you can see. Yeah.
who hadn't
As a
heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you always have a new audience member, so you know your
Facts.
material. I think we get used to our material for us because we say it over and it gets old to us. But
Mhm.
we have to realize when we out there performing, there's an audience
Yeah.
member that's never heard what we said.
Always.
So it's new to them. It's old to us and new to them, and that's how you pick up new fans and followers.
Yes.
What's up?
So how was your set last night?
It was pretty cool. I tried some new material, but it was still explicit, you know.
This is an explicit channel, people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Parental
it's-
advisory is encouraged. Okay.
Yeah.
4 months. That's wow. I mean, that's,
Yeah. I said I'm gonna try some new stuff.
Well, I know I first seen Jay Cookie when I was at Ray Etc. spot over there, Bar
That's what I
8.
seen it,
Y'all
yeah.
can go to the bodega at Bar 8 every Monday. It's hosted by Ray Etc. He turns that spot out every Monday. And then also on, is it the first Friday or the last Friday when DK is there?
no, he doesn't have a set day when he does. He just does shows there sometimes because he has another
Okay.
spot on Friday that I went to this past Friday,
Okay.
and that's supposed to be every Friday.
All right, I
so.
was gonna show you some love, DK, but
Yeah.
you ain't got nothing in writing, so you know you can catch
Well,
DK
catch
there
him
every
on
now and
Friday,
again on
8:30.
Fridays at
I
Bar
forgot
8.
the name of the spot. It's a different spot. It's 8330 West Belford.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
on
we had
Fridays
him here
at 8
last
o'clock,
week. If
8:30.
y'all watched the show last week, we had Mr. DK Abanobi in the building.
I just did a show with him.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it this Friday?
It was on a Friday. I don't think it was this past Friday. Probably the Friday before.
Okay.
Yeah, at Bar 8. It was
Okay.
over there.
Okay.
I did my thing.
So, do you have like a manager? Do you have an agent? Are you kind of like just out there networking and putting your own stuff out there to get you booked on shows?
Exactly.
Because how is it like being a comedian starting off like to actually get put on a show?
Networking, somebody found favor in me
Yeah.
and they
Mhm.
mentioned my name or something, or like, you know, when you develop a sisterhood or something, and
Yes, I
one
love
comedian
it.
can't do it, so she mentioned my name. So that's just
Right.
I've been word of mouth.
Do you think the open mics have a lot to do with you getting booked for shows?
Probably.
Like hitting up these different open mics?
Yeah, I just found out that the amount of open mics that I hit, most comedians don't hit that amount. You know, I'm like every
Well,
night.
it depends what
Wow.
you need. It depends. You know, everybody's different, and you're gonna, you know, I guess as you go through the journey, you'll change things as you go along. You make adjustments, and it depends what you need. It might be something where you might just feel you need to get on stage. You know, and if you feel that's what you need, because it depends. You know, everybody's going through different things at different times, also, and you know, like a lot of comedians actually are dealing with pain anyway. So that might be that living room that they need. You know, it's therapeutic to a lot of people. So I wouldn't get too caught up on the amount of, especially doing it like 4 or 5. I was doing the same thing, 5, 6 days a week. 'Cause I had to deal with just getting over stage fright and all kind of other
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
so you know, it just don't worry about that too much. Especially you ain't even done it in a year yet, but you making big progress already.
Thank
I mean, I'm checking you. I mean, you look like you've been doing
Seasoned
this.
vet. But that's what happens with the
Yeah.
repetition with the open
Yeah.
mics when you first start, and that repetition is very important. Whether if it's an open mic, family dinner, at home in your mirror, because I know there's been plenty of times where I've been standing in the mirror, recording myself, watching my facial movements and all that stuff because I couldn't get to an open mic. You know what I'm saying? So you'll fit it in whatever way you can, or however you know how to do it.
Yeah.
And if you have that opportunity, that freedom, because not all of us have that freedom to go every night or every day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the more the better,
Yeah.
because I know one comedian told me that stage presence, because I was just like Fogo, I had stage fright. You know what I'm saying? People like,
You?
I can't tell.
I ain't never.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I've done talent shows, all that stuff, but I've always had stage fright. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a thing for me to work myself up to get actually in front of people.
I
Like,
do too.
yeah, you talking to your friends, people you're comfortable with is different. But when you're in a room full of strangers and you trying to figure out what can I do to make them laugh, or are they gonna think I'm funny, or can they relate to me? And I found out when you're just being genuine and your authentic self, that's when you get the best feedback from y'all.
You gotta have a sense of. You have to have a little bit. You gotta have some. I don't give a fuck too. You know, whatever.
That's where the alcohol and the drugs come in at too, though.
No,
But I'm saying though, like a lot of comedian entertainers, period, like they'll drink before a show or they'll get fucked up. I've seen people on shows toe up, and I'll be like, dang, how do you do that? And it be nerves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they gonna calm themselves down, remove
No, I
those
just think
nerves.
sometimes they just did it over.
You know.
That's all.
I mean, they could have overdone it
one,
too.
They might have had one. They usually might have one beer or something, but then this day they might have done more than that.
Right.
They might have had a Long Island with it. So
So do you find yourself like
Everything.
trying to like,
No,
get yourself to a cool place before you get on stage, like wind down with maybe a drink or a smoke or something like that?
when I first started, I wouldn't want to drink anything.
Me either.
I wouldn't drink nothing. I didn't want
Me
to smoke
either.
nothing. But then I went from the far end to the opposite end one time because I done got on stage. I was so fucked up, I didn't remember shit. So, but I ain't got the best memory anyway. You done boxed for 20 years. Been in the military. But after you get over it after a while, and then.
Yeah, I was a square comedy. That's what I call a square comedian. I was square. I mean, I wouldn't drink. I wouldn't smoke. People be like, "Hey, you want?" I wouldn't do nothing until I did my set. Just totally sober, totally square. And then one time, I decided to like smoke, and I don't never really, smoke before I did my set. But when I tell you that was like one of my best sets because it gave me the I don't give a fuck attitude. That's what it gave me, and that's kind of what I put off. I was like kind of more relaxed, more chill, but it's not something that I want to feel like I have to do before I perform every time. But.
Well, I mean, it's so mental because you told yourself that already that, like we both did. I'm not going to drink anything. Usually, when you might be writing something, coming up with some of this thoughts, you might have been drinking and smoking something. So now you that's the element you was in when you was thinking about the stuff. Now you gonna go in there. Totally opposite of what you was.
Right.
So if that's just, I don't think you need to do any. If you have to feel like I gotta drink something or smoke something to go on stage, or I gotta do anything, then that means you're not really confident in yourself. Yeah. And that's where you gotta get to. Once you get to that area of confidence, and like I said, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Everybody's not gonna like what I say. Everybody's not gonna think it's funny, but. To those like you, because you're not gonna make everybody laugh. It's just no. I don't think there's no comedian in history that's made everybody laugh at every single joke. Some of your shit,
there is.
It's not gonna work. Some of your shit just ain't gonna work.
Right.
Especially when you first start. Now, shit. I mean, it take 20, 30 years for you guys to really just nail this science down. There's a science.
Yeah, I started off at the Houston Improv, and I was just like. Being out there with them people in that audience and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, there's like white people out here. Do I have white jokes? You know what I'm saying? You be feeling like, are they gonna be relating to what I say? And I didn't have nothing to say about white folks, just all nigga shit, and they was rolling. You know what I'm saying? Cracking up. But that was just how I was thinking at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking am I going to have something they can relate to to get them to laugh? But they have them be out there drunk as hell anyway. Just looking to laugh.
People come to a comedy show looking to laugh. You know, they're that's the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, that's why it's kind of like sometimes you can do an open mic, and it's not that you don't get the same response.
Right, but half the time
You
it's
like,
full
damn,
of comedians.
This shit might not even
That's
work.
the thing, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, like, if you just starting out, sometimes don't get discouraged in some of the jokes you told, because you might have told them someplace, and then it's like, damn, it didn't do nothing. You like, well, let me push that to the side. Let me work on some other stuff.
Yeah.
Facts.
You
I got
Mhm.
a chicken joke that I've tried to tell to a black audience,
Mhm.
but they don't get it because I say that the chicken is a Mexican, and then I say "porque," and they don't. You got to be able to translate that. As soon as I told it to
Exactly.
the white audience, they were like, "I get it," because I tell this joke. I mean, I just made it up one day when I was high, and I said that I know that the chicken is a Mexican, and I was like, why? And I said, because it said "porque." I said, bitch, that's why. That chicken saying, why do you eat me so
Right,
much? You
exactly.
know? And the black people was just like, what? I don't get it. You know?
Uh-huh.
Some of them.
Yeah.
But then. But like, you know, it is a difference in the
It
audience.
is.
Sometimes.
And then one room, like you said, when you be hitting like multiple open mics in one
Mhm.
night, and you'll go to one room and just slam, hit it. You have
Yep.
confidence, be up here like, ooh, I'm on fire. Go to another room, crickets. Nothing.
Man,
And then what about those audience members that don't laugh though, but then they'll come up to you afterwards and be like,
Yeah.
you was funny
Yeah.
as hell.
That's the one that's getting me.
Yeah, the ones that
The
come up to you
people
after.
with the faces, they have the mean faces when I'm up there. And then I'm like, it was your face that was throwing me off. And then she's like, oh, never mind me, baby. I just had some stuff on my mind. But you was good. You was great.
They be laughing in the inside. I think some people are scared to laugh in public. Like they might have an ugly laugh
Well,
face.
like she said, what she said makes a lot of sense though, because, you know, she was, like she said, she had a bunch of stuff on her mind. So even though she was there, she wasn't there.
There you
That
go. Yeah.
shit she couldn't let go of. That whatever's going
And
on.
that's what
Making people lose their mind now. They still holding on to shit.
Right.
It
You
already,
coming to go
you already
somewhere
got
and
mad
get
about
stuff
it
off
already.
your
Now why
mind.
do you
Yeah.
gotta stay mad? That's that you spending
Right.
energy on trying to stay mad about something. And that's when people start going crazy, and you start seeing some of these rage outbursts, and that's what happens.
Yeah, you start seeing
it can
people
go off
get
at any
slapped
minute.
in the face on stage.
Yeah.
Ain't
You
that
know.
something? Like people have the audacity like to literally walk up to someone that's like performing or doing a show and put their hands on them. That's kind of crazy, don't you think?
It's definitely crazy.
It's been happening a lot more
I just-
lately, I think, within the last couple of years than I've heard lately with these threats, and you can't tell a joke because somebody in the audience feeling offended, people throwing stuff at you, putting hands on you.
But
I mean,
So the question is like, where is it going then?
right, exactly. Like, where do we go from here as comedians? Like, do we gotta have bodyguards now? Because I got a pistol. I got a license to carry. Then in Texas, you don't even have a license no
We
more,
still
right?
call it a pistol.
A pistol. Because I want them to know it's real. I got a
I got you.
pistol on me.
She can say
You
a
know
Glock,
what I'm
I got
saying?
that heat.
And I'm like Bernie Mac. I wish your mother would walk up on me and try to threaten me with bodily harm. I'm gonna pull that little thing out, that little sachet in the back, that little right here. Pow! One time. One bullet to the stomach. Back up. Pow!
But when would you do that?
Pew! Pew! When the threat is near, when the threat starts entering my personal space,
You just shoot.
and I feel threatened, I got a right to defend myself. Especially if I'm in Texas, I know I'm getting off. Anywhere else, it could be questionable. But here, wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah, I
Speaking
wouldn't-
of slaps in the face,
I wouldn't resort to going straight to the gun. I mean, we can't.
Okay.
You
I'm
could
a
say,
woman.
You could say get back, don't, or something. Then now there's some dialogue going back and forth, and now you still gonna come up to me. Now, okay, shoot your kneecap out.
Hey,
so, I
no
can-
trespassing. When I go to the show, I got my no trespassing sign. You cross past that no trespassing sign, it's a wrap. It's on.
Yeah, okay.
On it, pop it. Pop. No. No, seriously
What
though.
you feel about this, Jay Cook? Basically, I know things have changed now. What does this whole fiasco with Will, Jada, Chris, what does that do as far as, your mindset as far as comedy right now, being on stage, and also what message does this send? Because I'm gonna say my piece after after I hear what y'all say though. But how do you feel about those situations? Does it change anything for you?
Nah, it doesn't change, but I've always felt since I've been doing comedy that there's a thin line between funny and getting your ass whooped. That's just my personal preference, you know. And then Will Smith, you know, I have a lot of empathy for him. I'm sorry, but I just feel like he probably was going through a lot, you know, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think it should be addressed as like for every comedian, you know what I'm saying? Chris Rock been talking stuff, you know. I'm not saying that he deserved to get hit for sure.
Don't say that.
No, I mean, you know.
She's not saying that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying that he deserved it, but I'm just saying that I can empathize with Will as a husband and what he might have been feeling during that time, trying to protect the name of his wife or his family, you know.
Any empathy or sympathy for Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, sometimes I feel like as a comedian, probably been supposed to got slapped. You know what I'm saying? 20 years ago, he been an on-edge comedian, semi-rude, you know, and somebody probably say he could have been slapped, you know. But do I feel like he deserved it? No, I can't say that anybody deserved to get hit like that.
Right. And what's your take on it, Fogle?
Why don't you go first?
Well, you know, I mean, we've been talking about this, but we're going on 2 weeks now. Will Smith feel like slapping him today. And I feel like this, like, I don't care what you're doing, you shouldn't invade nobody's personal space. I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a time and a place to handle something like that. And you at the Oscars, you're on national television, you representing a whole community of people because your skin is black. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he could have handled that in a more professional way. I feel like Chris Rock was doing his job. That joke he had was mediocre, wasn't even funny. Like, I didn't laugh. You know what I'm saying? I watched it over and over again, and I'm trying to catch it, like, you know, what's so funny about it. But it was like a semi, you know, mediocre joke that I didn't feel it deserved. The punishment didn't fit the crime, basically. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like he needed to be, you know, today. And I felt like Will and Jada could have handled that day. I feel like Jada, as his woman, I was like, baby, chill out, calm down. It ain't even that serious.
If you know him.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you got, he's sitting right there. You can look at him. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like they don't do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Baby, it ain't that serious. Chill out. It was funny. It was all right. It was a weak-ass joke. You're probably funnier than that. I would have tried to boost his ego in some kind of other way than for him to just take that stance to go up there and slap him. And then on top of that, you know, scream out the, you know, cuss words and stuff that he did. I mean, it was just overboard, unnecessary.
Oh, man, y'all, man. This, you know, this thing has been really getting to me the last week or so, you know, just thinking, and I mean, it's not the slap. It's the responses that I'm getting, that I'm reading about the slap. My whole thing is, it's wrong, period. Just to slap somebody. I mean, if you're not defending you're not any physical harm or, you know, threat of your life or something, right. Yeah. It's no way we can if we start justifying somebody doing that, this is a copycat society. Other people are gonna start doing the same stuff as you start seeing some of this going on now. You're gonna have kids starting to do that. Now, you know, you got kids, you got any kids?
Yes.
We got kids, so now we was in school, somebody was talking about you, you didn't slap them or punch them. If you did, what's the worst happens? You get suspended.
Right.
In this situation here, with the Oscars, okay, Will got banned 10 years from the Oscars. But in these streets, slaps is gunshots. It's bullets. So now, you know, if that's the behavior.
Banned, you just gonna get dead.
And this will be passed around. I mean, I just looked on World Star Hip Hop now. There's another rapper that got killed. So we got to understand that we got to be in control of our own mentality as far as anger, because anger is temporary insanity. You shouldn't be doing anything why you temporarily insane?
And he be speaking on self-discipline. Have you seen
Well, I mean, but
his
he had a
video
bad
clip
moment.
about
Yeah, he knows
self-discipline and
about
how
it
to
though,
control
but
yourself?
knowing it is half the
But
battle.
you ain't practicing what you preaching,
I mean,
my
no,
brother.
nobody's perfect though, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm not jumping on them like that. But I'm just saying, let's not, I'm still people coming up. The stuff that people are bringing up that had nothing to do with slapping somebody is just, to me, it's like, is that where we going with this now? I
Right.
mean, because to try to justify it in any way, to me, it's just like y'all missing the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I'll just be sitting there looking at the messages. I'm like, all right.
Right, because I'm thinking if the setting was different and
it's
they were at a
scary.
restaurant
That's a scary
somewhere,
thought, that this
you
is
know,
where people, how
sitting down and eating dinner, like would have behaved yourself in that same manner had you been at a dinner table sitting with Chris Rock and he said that and
we started talking earlier
Yeah.
in the show today. We was talking about the woman that stabbed the boyfriend in the
Mhm.
shoulder and he died.
Mhm.
That's anger. Whatever,
Mhm.
whatever. I don't know what happened, and I'm waiting for the whole the story to find out. From what there were some witnesses, well, not witnesses, but neighbors, friends of them. They said that there's been situations where she swung on him, but then there was
Mhm.
another guy across the street said that the opposite. So
Mhm.
there's no way to
well, since
a
you're
dead
talking
man
about it,
can't-
you want to go ahead and
a
get
dead
into
man
that?
can't
Talk about Miss Courtney?
Oh yes, we didn't. So we talked about that earlier. We didn't talk about it on the show.
No, we were just mentioning about
Oh,
what
we
happened
mentioned
with
it?
Miss Courtney. Yes, I don't know if you guys been listening to the local news or social media. If you heard about the Instagram, I guess OnlyFans page model Courtney Clenny is her government name, but she goes by Courtney Taylor on Instagram and OnlyFans page, and she fatally stabbed her boyfriend Christian. I gotta ask DK how you say this. Obumasali, Obumsili. I don't know how to pronounce his
well.
name, y'all. Do you know how to say his last name?
Yeah, so I had it written down here somewhere.
It's Obumseli.
Vincelli, I think.
Obumseli. He was only 27 years old. He was stabbed in the shoulder during a fight with his girlfriend Courtney in a luxury apartment in Paraiso? She's a Michigan native, but actually she's from Texas. I guess she was probably born in Michigan, kind of like
I
your
think he's from
situation,
Texas.
and raised in Houston, Texas. She calls herself a Texan.
Mhm.
But when they arrested her, if y'all seen the pictures, like her body was just full of blood. She had blood all over her clothes,
Well, if
all
you
over her
stab
shorts.
somebody, that's what's going to happen.
She was very much soaked in blood, and they took her to the hospital. She went under a psych evaluation for like 72 hours, and they let her go.
Yeah, that's that
So we
kind
know
of-
she's not crazy.
Yeah. Well, she played. I mean,
They let her go.
I'm just gonna sit
After.
back and watch the whole thing, see what happens. But it's gonna cause some. It's
Mhm.
there's a lot of stuff going on.
It
right
is.
now.
They let her go. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram. I've been watching any clips about her, but she was recently in Miami in a hotel
Mhm.
lobby, and she got confronted by some people who was sitting in the lobby because they was asking
Yeah.
her like, "You just out
I
here
don't think
chilling and turning up,
They
and
don't
you
want to
just
serve her, right?
killed
They
your
asked her to
boyfriend?"
leave.
No, they were
Yeah.
just sitting in the lobby. It was just some other people that was sitting there and
Okay.
kind of like questioning her and stuff, and made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, then she
got up
left.
and left.
Okay.
Yeah, she got up and left. And then on her Instagram page, she was in a little cute little pink little dress talking about getting a manicure and getting her nails done days after killing her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And from what some of the friends say that's close to them, they said that they are familiar with them having domestic violence situations, but they said that she is the one who always puts her hands on him, and they never witnessed him putting his hands on her. And I know it's rare that it happens, but women,
Those were the three friends.
it is some women
Yeah.
that
Oh,
beat their men.
Domestic
Beat their
violence ain't
ass.
just a
Like,
one-way- yeah,
you know what
it
I'm
happens.
saying? It does happen, and I think that's what people are not used to seeing, that actually is a woman beating a man and then let alone a black man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's unbelievable. They don't want to believe that.
Well, I mean, and I don't think. Do you think they get tried the same way in court of
Of
law?
course.
Oh,
No.
Okay then. So
No, nothing
I
is
mean,
the same. Because
yeah.
I don't even think she should be, like, out right now.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Now, at least not without a bond. Being on bond, you just go home and say, it's domestic violence and I was
Yeah.
defending myself. This is self-defense with no evidence, nothing. I mean, I guess that's the justice, like they say, innocent to proven guilty. This is the fact that it actually does work depending on the color of your skin. But anybody else I know that has stabbed somebody and said they was defending themselves, they sitting in there for a while. They ain't coming right out now.
Yeah.
They ain't finna come home and take a shower and talk about getting their nails done after stabbing somebody. They finna sit there for a little hot little minute. So
Yeah, it just definitely seems, you know, for you to be, it seems like she's just too happy for, if that's supposed to be your man and y'all lovey-dovey. I mean, I know everybody agrees differently, but still, it just looks a little.
it didn't look like no
Looks a
was
little
Celie and Mr. situation to me,
Yeah.
boy. She was just too happy and excited. But then, like you say, everybody mourns different and they
And
handle.
I don't know what, I mean, I know they got investigators, but how much effort do I really think they put into it? I don't know, but
None.
how much
White
more
girl.
evidence can you get now? I mean, because it's already happened. What can you find out now? I mean, I know.
Well, they gotta have proof of domestic violence.
she got
Where's the
blood on
police
her.
records
She
of
got-
the constant domestic records that's showing they've been coming there and having fights and
I'm
you
just
know
saying,
what I'm saying?
it's gonna be hard to prove what she's not saying is the truth because the dead man can't talk.
So okay.
So, I mean, if they're gonna look around the room, the hotel, or not the hotel, the apartment room, and try to put things together. But it's why it's already
Right, you only
day
got
5.
one side of the
What
story.
can you?
Yeah.
What can you do?
Jay Cookie, what's your take on that? How did you feel? Do you hear about that story about the Instagram model?
I did.
Mhm.
And I heard that he ain't like black women, so
Yeah,
this
he
ain't
did
our
say
fight.
that.
Oh!
They pulled. I don't know, and I don't know what that has. You know, that's.
But that
you
could
know,
be true. Yeah.
I got it, but still, it just shows how anything to make a story is gonna get thrown out there. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the murder.
They
and
had
him being dead.
tweets.
What-
That's
I
true.
know they got it on it, but why does that get pulled up? The guy's dead. Now why does that get brought up?
So you don't get the support for the dead person. That's why it's make people mad at him or mad.
Now you're mad at him, like you know.
Yeah,
well,
that gives a
we
bigger
ain't
reason for
we ain't
people
lost
to turn
nothing.
their back.
Yeah, and it's gonna be somebody that has that mentality.
They say his preference killed him.
Wow.
See that? I just said that.
Yeah.
And that's what it.
He was all on the internet talking about praising his preference,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what killed him.
Baby. All right
No,
now.
it was a food that killed him.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
a food.
But
His
I'm
preference
not-
food.
Yeah, but just because you.
Because his preference was a fool. A lot
Yeah.
of men
Well, what if it was a
have
black
a
woman or a
preference,
Chinese woman?
but it's a lot of men who have a
Yeah,
quote
it is,
unquote
it is.
preference. But those women, and I'm not talking about everybody, but some of them have severe character flaws that they overlook.
Yeah, because they looking
Because
at the.
that's their-
It's not your booty, it's your booty.
Yeah.
They're looking at that shell on the outside and like we
But all
talked
women,
about,
all
not
women
getting to
deal
know
with
the
that. though.
inside.
I mean, that's something that all women get killed by guys that's or women. You know, we saw. I mean, it just happens all the time. You look at the news, it's murder. Somebody done killed their baby mama. Somebody done killed Susie. It's always it's no. I'm not gonna put that ain't. I'm not gonna say that's what killed him. He just had an individual that had some issues, and they got taken out. If she would have been Chinese, black, it wouldn't have mattered. It's the same thing.
Nah, if she would have been a black woman, she would have been in jail.
Hello.
Well,
Then
that
that's
would've
the
been
other
different.
part.
That would've been a
his
different-
That might
white
have been a
woman-
different part. Now that might have been different.
His
But
white
the murder
woman
it's
preference
still
ain't
person
in
dead.
jail either.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
the other part
That's,
of
yeah,
it
now
too.
that's different.
Yeah, and
But
the way
murder-
she's
but
moving
a
around,
dead
it's just
brother
like,
is the same thing.
you know what I'm saying? She moving around like shit, another black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, folks. I just fishy to me.
All I'm saying, it don't matter if somebody is crazy, they crazy. It don't matter what
Yeah.
color they is. It's
Definitely.
still a dead man
True that. True
that
that.
got killed.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Y'all heard about the baby's little incident he had this past week?
Now,
They
I
about
heard
trying to
something
charge him
about
for
it.
sexual
He
harassment.
kissed a fan or something.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I seen it on World Star, and he allegedly, they said, sexual assault to one of his fan members that was out like taking a picture or something after a show. He looked like he was toe up. You know what I'm saying? He was barely standing, his eyes and stuff all closed, and kind of like grabbed this girl's face, and she was like, "Oh, no." And he was trying to kiss her, and she was like, all these cameras out here, my baby daddy right there, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? And now they're just like, this is the reason why y'all always getting sexual harassment cases. This shit right here, you don't know how to conduct yourself.
When you say y'all, who you talking about?
Rappers, basketball players, like these stars, these athletes, they constantly catch these cases because they be out there in the world all vulnerable, drunk, think they having a good old time, and there you go, right there, you got a case because you trying to grab.
Well, if you
this
said
fucking
basketball
body.
players, if you look at how the NBA, what percentage of the league is black? So I mean, are you saying
90.
black
I'm
players?
saying athletes. That's
Athletes?
what I said.
What
Mhm.
okay?
Athletes,
what
movie star, rappers. You know what I'm saying? They put themselves in these situations to catch these type of cases because the way they carry themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, what he did, I mean, he probably done the same thing. I'm not saying it's right. It's definitely
Mhm.
wrong, but you know, you get that lifestyle. You got women throwing themselves at you all the time.
Right.
You know,
He's done that before. Probably just wasn't
Yeah.
on camera. I'm sure.
and,
You know what
and
I'm
it could have been
saying?
somebody that's trying to set him up for that also. So you never know the motive and the intention of somebody. You know, I mean.
And the way they have it, when
I mean,
I seen it on
that's-
BlackAmericaWeb.com, they said forcibly, like he was
Yeah, but by
forcing the
definition,
kiss
by,
on her.
by definition, it's assault. But how many people
Mhm.
look at that as a assault? And everybody's not going to perceive it the same way.
Right, and she's the one who had the encounter. She would have to perceive it the way she felt.
Yes.
You felt
And
it was
by-
forced.
But by what the law says,
She
that's
a
what it is.
first. I tell you
Mhm.
that. If the baby would have tried to kiss me, I'd have
tongue all
kissed
down
him.
his throat. Look at you.
I don't know about tongue. I'd have picked him though.
You would have gone and gave him that little smooch.
Mm,
There
It's
you
just-
go, boo.
I mean, it's I mean,
and
it's
he's
kinda-
probably used to that, though.
But
He's not
who-
used
I
to
mean,
being
but think-
rejected.
If you think about this right here now, that's getting even. You know, if you're a entertainer and you go to shows, women, you know, I wouldn't say it happens as much now because it's COVID. It's COVID, so it's kind of different to kind of say that now though. That could get you. Yeah, that'll get you.
Could get you
But
killed,
you gotta
huh?
know, and you gotta have people that's gonna tell you, you know, hey, I know you might be like that, you know, you might like this, whatever. You're a loving type person. You like hugs and kisses, but
Mm.
I'm gonna protect you. So I can't let you. You don't need to. Please don't do that because you're gonna open yourself up, and that's what's gonna happen. But then again, that's gonna eventually you're gonna have it where that's gonna stop, and see. It seemed like it goes in levels because after COVID, you know, when COVID first got here, you know, our family wasn't even hugging each other. You couldn't even
Right,
see family, but
exactly.
they wouldn't let you in the house. Now, you know, but over time,
But the fact that it is actually still here and that
it's
you
still
would
here.
do that.
But what happens? Your brain now is more comfortable in that this
dealing with
environment
it,
that
yes.
we in now. So you know, where you might have had a mask on every time you went in the store when you first went in. Now you might, now I left my damn mask. Man, you know what? Bump that shit. I ain't walking back to that truck.
Right.
And as you get more and more comfortable in the environment that you're in, and that's just how the brain works.
How it goes. He left a comment on the video on his page talking about, y'all go ahead, man. Me and my boo-boos, we love each other to death. But ain't gonna be no kissing.
Let me. I gotta say something. I don't know if y'all caught this shit since we've been talking. I picked up on this on my own about in the last week. Just did it again. Have you ever watched Family Guy?
Family Guy. Oh, it's been a minute, but I love that show.
You know the old guy
Oh,
on
my
there,
goodness.
the old pervert.
With the tooth, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
yes. The petty.
I've been talking, and that little sound at the end has been coming on
That
something.
little-
Have y'all
that
caught
little-
it?
No, I
ain't
have
caught it?
not.
Whistle?
Now y'all
Well,
gonna
be-
catch that shit now. Watch.
Oh, my God.
I've done it like 2 times since I've been. I said, where's this shit coming from, man?
Is it with age or? No, indeed. Oh my gosh, y'all! And I know y'all probably been hearing this too, because has cracked me up when I seen this story. I first seen it on Instagram, y'all, with Paula Patton's ass. Y'all see Paula Patton trying to have a little cooking segment on her page
I did.
when she was frying chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, Paula Patton had put herself in a whole little meme. She's on a comedy. Everybody talking about her. She is just the last laugh right now about this damn fried chicken episode she had. What I seen her do was she had the chicken and she wrenched it off a little bit. She threw it in the pan that already had the grease hot, warming up, and when the chicken was in the pan with the grease, she started seasoning that hoe. And it started getting hotter, start sparking. Because you know seasoning make grease hot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? While you're cooking it. And I'm just wondering, what that chicken gonna taste like? And then I think she said she used sesame seed oil. I wasn't really sure where Paula was going with this, but she definitely need to call Paula Dean because she don't know how the hell to fry no goddamn chicken.
She mixed.
She made us look bad. Talking about this is how my some mama the white side or the black
Right.
side.
I think her mama might be white.
Her mama on the
Her
white
dad
side.
is black.
Yeah, that made sense. That made sense. Lord
So you
bless her
say
heart.
when you say wash the chicken,
Wash it.
how long do you wash the chicken before you cook it?
Well, this was she did when she bust the pack open with the little
'Cause
plastic
I cook
on it.
myself, so I'm
And
gonna see what y'all
you
talking
know
about.
the chicken is laying in the little
Gotcha.
tray
You
with
gotta-
the little
Mhm.
pad underneath that catches the excess
Gotcha.
blood
You
or
throw that-
whatever.
you throw that
I
shit
guess she
away.
had that and she went under the water with the whole thing and did like that. And then took it out. and put it aside.
Oh, okay. So you didn't say that earlier. Okay.
No, I don't know. I didn't catch the rinsing part. I didn't catch the
Okay,
rinsing
because I'm not sitting up there for a minute just rinsing off each piece of chicken individually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get all of them. I'm gonna dump, just open up the tray,
Mm-hmm.
run that water, run my hands over every piece of it, blew out some hot
Right.
water, and then I'm putting that shit on that fire. That fire gonna
Mm-hmm.
kill whatever's up in there after, if you don't get it with your hands. But ain't there was so much rinsing. What you putting on it? Now I've heard people that eat chitlins use some bleach.
Yes, I've heard that too.
I'm like that. If that's
yeah,
to
if
me
you
that,
got to clean something with bleach, then you
that is
shouldn't be eating it.
insane. To me it is. I mean, I like look. I
Yeah.
tell people to do what you want to do. If it makes
Yeah,
you
my
happy,
girlfriend
I'm
cleaned her
happy
chitlins
for
with
you.
bleach.
But man,
Mm-hmm.
if I gotta put bleach,
Tell Steve Harvey, I don't want it. I'm good. Jay Cookie, what do you feel about this DaBaby instance? I mean, Paula Patton frying this chicken, girl.
Oh, she off the
Did you see the
chain.
video?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And she is off the chain.
Did you catch her washing the chicken?
No, I saw her seasoning the chicken
Oh, okay.
inside the grease.
Inside the grease.
frying
That was
pan.
a trip right
I
there.
gotta
That's
look at
something
this.
like I would expect like my daughter to do, like my
Yeah.
grade school
And she
child.
was so happy about it.
She was so
She was so
excited, like she was putting us on game.
Yeah, and then even at the end of the video, she did a dance. Like, she was like, it's so good.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm
you know
gonna.
though, when I see stuff like this, maybe they're above, they're ahead of us. No, what
Go
I'm
ahead
saying-
and make it
what I'm
sound good,
saying-
folks.
what
They
I'm
ahead
saying
of
is-
us.
Okay, has she been on anything recently? Okay,
Yeah, her
so now
Instagram.
everybody talking about her.
Yeah, that's true.
People do. I mean, you got to think a little differently. Than,
Mhm.
What's going on, Chief? I just think that some of the stuff when you see people do certain things is to get attention,
That's
get a
yes.
buzz talk, because y'all we talking about it right now,
Right.
and we ain't the only ones talking about it. So people do some stupid shit sometimes to get attention. I ain't saying that what she did was stupid.
Right.
I mean, she knows how black people cook chicken for the most part. I'm quite sure. I think she does.
I don't think she know. I think
you know.
she need to go to Food Network. But her attitude, the way she
But if you
carried,
had- But don't you think where she's at, she would have had somebody, I'm quite sure she ran this idea by somebody.
she
just
said this
didn't-
is her mama's recipe. This is her mama told her how to fry this chicken.
I know what she said, but I'm just going by what somebody says, and the intention is not always the same thing. I might be saying this stuff
You
to
gotta
get
watch
you
the video.
to get you.
Yeah, I know you're trying to
okay?
give her the
I'ma
benefit
watch
of
it,
the
though.
doubt.
I'ma
Bless-
watch it. I don't
bless
know
your
what
heart.
happened. I'm
Yeah.
watching it.
Bless your heart, you trying to give her the
Bless
benefit
it.
of she was wrong in so many ways.
I'm not saying
She was wrong in so many ways.
you changing the narrative.
But she handled it well. She took her constructive criticism. She laughed about it. She even responded back to what people were
But listen
saying.
what you said.
What?
You said she was wrong. That's just
I
by
said in
perception.
so many ways.
No, she's not wrong. That's
In
how she
so
cooks
many
her.
ways.
No, she's not wrong at all. That's
In
how she's.
If that's
so
how she
many
cooks
That's
it.
how she cooks her chicken. That's how she cooks her chicken. She ain't
She
wrong.
didn't even like it. The
If-
way she was trying it, she was like,
Whatever. Well, if that's how she been eating her
you know,
chicken,
she's a good
that's the way
actress.
she been eating
Ah,
her chicken.
yeah. She made it look like it was tasty. She was
Well-
acting. Cut.
Okay, she could have set this whole stage up for you
She
to be
did,
talking about.
baby. She definitely set the stage up, bless her heart.
Mm.
Horrible. Sad. Well, it is 7:04. We're going to go into our second half here. You want to go ahead and take a break? Or
Yeah, we take a little break and we finish the last hour out. And thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna give you that phone number again. The topic we're gonna talk when we get back.
Oh, yes. Y'all definitely
we
got
got
to
a
tune in because we not finished.
It's gonna be do strong-minded women
No, are men
men,
intimidated?
that's right. Are men intimidated by strong-minded or
Successful.
highly successful women?
Yes,
That's gonna
are
be the
men
question.
intimidated by strong-minded, highly successful women?
And
That
we'll
is
take
going to
calls.
be our second half of the show. We're going to go on a little break
We get the
here.
phone back again one more time.
And then
Phone number
we will be back.
is 713-575-9606. So give us a call. 9607. Give us a
Say it
call.
again.
And 713-575-9607.
713-575-9607. Y'all, we'll be back here shortly. We're going to continue the conversation. Are men intimidated by strong-minded, successful women?
Y'all
We gonna
call in and
find
give us
out.
y'all. I want to hear what y'all want to say
We
before we
gonna
go
see,
into it.
okay?
That's what we're going to do.
So
When we
I'm
tune
gonna
back
be
in.
back. Tune back in. I'm about to press pause. I'm about to press finish, but I'm not finished. So get back on here, okay? I need y'all. YouTube, Soul Therapy Podcast. We need you to like. We need you to subscribe. I'm trying to go live. I need 50. If you heard my freestyle before I got on, I need 50 subscribers to go live. They must have updated it because I thought it was 25. But I'm trying. So we'll be right back, y'all. This is your girl Yami. She funny.
And your boy, comedian Julius Fogel.
And you are tuning in to
Soul
Therapy,
Therapy.
where we talk love
Life.
and laughter.
We should say, we didn't say Jay Cookie.
She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back.
She'll be back, baby. Finish. This is probably going to need to get some charge time.